If you live till 80 years old, you'll spend 33 years of your life sleeping, most of your life. This is a fixed number, you can't change it. The next big one, you're gonna be working for 13 years. I think the goal of this is 1, find work you love, and 2, try to make it 7 years, 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day. Limit the amount of work and do the things you love. After this, you're gonna go home and you are gonna be entertained. TV, social media, your phone, 11 years of your life. This we need to sit down and see, is this worth our time? Is there better things we could be doing? Then you'll have something to eat for about 4 years of your life. Don't get fat. 3 years you'll spend vacationing. That's approximately 2 weeks a year. You might want to think of upping that number. 1 year exercising, 1 year socializing, and 1 year in school. And you're left with about 8 years, which most people spend commuting, shopping, cooking, and cleaning. Are you on the toilet right now? That's about 1.5 years of your life. So I became obsessed with time and how much time we spend doing certain things. And so to start with the biggest one, sleep. 33 years of sleep. You could say that this would be the most important thing because you spend the most time doing it. Therefore, it should be given the respect it deserves. When people talk about work, everything is about work. What do you do is the first question you ask people. People spend so much of their lives contemplating and thinking about work, but work is only a fraction. 13 years of your life you're working. 33 years you're in bed. We should be asking people, how do you sleep? What mattress do you use? What pillows do you use? You should optimize sleep to the max. The same way you try to be productive at work with your calendars and all these things, you should be doing the same thing in the bedroom. Dark, fully pitch black, the perfect temperature. There is so much science on sleep, even so much as to when daylight savings happen and people lose 1 hour, the amount of heart attacks and things that happen from people losing 1 hour of sleep is so dramatic. Sleep should be your most important thing. Reducing alcohol, darkness, anything that you can do to make sleep as optimum as possible. So the next big portion of your life is work, 13 years of your life. And this is kind of the first one that is in your hands. Sleep, 33 years, you need your 8 hours. That's, some people could say 6, 7, whatever. Work, 13 years, this is fully in your control. This is a beautiful number because you can do what you want with this number. I think it's worth taking a year to even longer. This is 13 years straight of work. If you took a year just to really see what it is that you want to do, really invest the time and money to figure out your lifestyle, what you want to wake up and do every single day, what is fulfilling to you, what will bring you joy. Work is such a big part of your life. And personally, my biggest thing with work is 13 years, you should make that 7. 8 hours of work a day is so much work. Way too much. Why? If we lived in a perfect world, people would work 2, 3, 4. 4 hours doing something you love is wonderful. 8 hours is a long time. Just because everyone has adapted to it doesn't mean that it is an ideal thing. That is way too long. And even if you need to maybe cut short on your spending, your lavish lifestyle, it's worth it. Less work, more time to do the things you love. You don't need all these really nice things. What is the difference between a $100 meal and a $5 meal? Not much. What is the difference between a $1,000 a night resort and a $100 a night or $20? You're sleeping, you're going to the same tourist attractions. Big deal. You feel a little bit more valuable. Not worth it. So the screen time one is a very challenging one because that is our entertainment. That is what brings happiness to us. We love our screen time. We love our TV. We love our social media. So if you get a phone at 15, which is quite late now, and you use your phone for about 4 hours, you're hitting around 10 years of your life, 4 hours a day. Screen time needs to be analyzed. 11 years you're looking at a screen. Is the entertainment that we are ingesting, this television or movies or even worse now, social media, Yeah, you learn some things, maybe you get a few laughs, you interact with your friends, but is it really worth 11 years of your life spending on this phone? Where could you place that 11 years somewhere else? Whether that's learning, changing careers, traveling, optimizing your sleep, doing something with these 11 years, playing sports, trying new things. It has just become a marketing tool to make you spend so much time on your phone, because that is where all the money is now. The same with the generations before us. They spent years of their life on television. The reward of it isn't just not there. I feel like any time of the day you go for a 1 hour walk, you call someone for an hour, it is so much more valuable, so much more beautiful than any hour of social media or television that you can really watch. There's some movies now that are inspirational and beautiful, but the more you do them, the more they lose their juice. The less interesting they are. The more movies you watch, the more, that was okay, I've seen better. And you start to compare and contrast. One movie a week is nice. One movie a month is nice. Now eating, this is also one of those 4 years you spend eating. For me, I love, that is a beautiful pastime. So eating should be thoroughly enjoyed, but it also should be studied in a way that you know what you're eating, because it is so important for your body and your whole rest of your life that you should really take the time to study it. Chew slowly. We eat so fast. We watch television and eat. Eat slowly. Eat till you're partially full. Eat good things. Take your time. Enjoy the taste. Feel the sensations. Don't just I don't know, eating is a very personal thing to each person. Whatever you want to do, just don't get fat. Spend your 4 years wisely. Vacation, this one is sad. 3 years of your life vacation, that's like 2 weeks a year, which is the average, that every 9 to 5 gives you 8 hours a day, every day of your life, besides weekends. To take 2 weeks off. And what is vacation? Vacation is seeing new places, doing things you've always wanted to do. 3 years of your 80-year life, you're doing the things you want to do and seeing the things you want to see? No, that is not right. Take away 7 years of that work and put it on to the vacation and the fun and the enjoyment and learning new things, and do 10 years of vacation and 7 years of work. This is the secret. But we gotta find a way to do this. We're so unbalanced. It's disgusting. Or you don't even need to take away from work. You can take away from those 11 years of screen time and do things that you want to do. They may not be a vacation all in one, but you could definitely try new things if you take away some of those years of social media. Exercise 1 year. This might be one of those things that has the highest return on the time that you spend. 1 year of exercise, we should be tripling that number. We should all be insanely fit, Olympian level training. We should be insanely fit, And this 1 year of exercise, I think we should spend a year studying. Everyone works out and does the basics that everyone knows, but how many of us really advanced our learning about the body, anatomy, kinesiology, eating, nutrition? And if you only spend just about 15-20 minutes a day, you watch 1 or 2 videos a day on training or eating, by the end of a year or 2 years, you are a master in nutrition. You are a master in exercise. We need to really study these things, not just go through the motions and do, I did my 4 sets of bench and this and that. No, each person should be a master of physical exercise. And we should spend 2 years, 3 years exercising. This 1 year, this is an average. Probably people maybe working out once, twice a week. You got to get those numbers up. Socializing 1 year. I think this is a stat only in America. America, you see your friends, on the weekends for a little bit. You see your family for a little bit. It's a very solitary solo life. I'm sure in other countries, for sure Lebanon and Spain and these other countries, that number is probably 3x, 4x. And I think there is a big return on socialization. It is a beautiful thing, takes away from the screen time. You get to learn about people. That human connection is so beautiful and just makes your life so meaningful. You feel like people are there for you. You know, it's a very beautiful thing, and relationships need to be also studied, and you should spend adequate time on the relationships. And this 1 year is really, your whole life is almost dedicated to this 1 year. Relationships, love, family, you know. School, 1 year, less than 1 year. That is a crazy number. Personally, I believe you should continue learning all the way until you don't need to learn anymore, if there is a time when you don't need to. But really, one course a month, I've kind of done that, either one book or one lecture or one course, you know, and do that throughout the months and the years. You start to learn a lot of things about a lot of random things. You know, I feel like my mind is just an encyclopedia of random ass knowledge because I just take these courses all the time. So 1 year of school, I think it would greatly benefit to increase that number as well. Take away from work, take away from screen time. Switch your screen time to school time. Instead of sitting there learning about something at the most surface level with a stupid video with a little music and background, and here's how I build my, well, watch a lecture, read a book by an actual professional, you know. And even then I'm shitting on myself. Yeah, don't listen to me. Go read it from some neuroscientist, something, you know. So what's left? 8 years left. Commuting, cleaning, chores, doing all these things. Rich people are smart here. They don't waste time doing these things. They have cleaners, they have people who get groceries for them, they have people who cook for them, they buy their meals instead of cook. So 8 years of life, they probably spend a good amount of those years just paying money instead of doing those things. So they should really be looked at, you know, cleaning, cooking. And for me, I like to optimize that time by multitasking. So if I'm going to cook, I'll be reading a book, listening to a lecture. So now you're doing two things at once. If you're going commuting as well, listening to books, socializing, adding to the relationship aspect of your life, you know, kind of getting rid of those things, not doing it as much. You don't need to shop as much, maybe buy in bulk. Try to save as much time cooking, cleaning. For me, the same in the shower. I'm notorious for taking 2-minute, 3-minute showers because I don't want to spend 30 minutes in the shower. Yeah, maybe it's relaxing. I would rather lay in a bed personally and just like sit there than sit in a shower, unless this shower is phenomenal. So if you're really rich, you got that full waterfall shower. Enjoy, my friend. Good stuff. And the next thing is the habits we control and the life they remove. So you can optimize your time with all these things, the sleep, the whatever. But if you do habits that remove years of your life, then it's not even worth changing the amount of time that you do things. So if you smoke cigarettes, you lose 10 years of your life. Okay, that is a shit ton. Your first priority before all of these things, before you even touch sleep. There's so many people who try to optimize their lives and then they smoke cigarettes and drink a shit ton of alcohol. It makes no sense, you know. And then they wear the red glasses at night to block the sun. It's like, bro, you just had 3 beers. Doesn't make any sense. Now this is where I would differ from most people. We have our life and time now, and we started with sleep as 33 years. But I would say 80 years of our life, we move, we breathe, we have a heartbeat, and we think. 80 years, those are fixed numbers. You cannot change those. You can change the way that they work though. And I think if you work on those, even that's more important than sleep now, is your mental, your mind. For 80 years of your life, you're going to live in this mind. How do you optimize the mind? Well, luckily, they're all connected. The breath, the mind, the heartbeat, and the lungs. All 3 connected into one system. You can calm the mind by breathing correctly. You should never be mouth breathing. You learn all these things about breathing and heartbeats and all these things. there should be put time, just like we study sleep, just like we spend time working on our career. You spend all this time on productivity, on networking, building and building your career, but you never took the time to think about your own breathing, your own movement. How do you move? You just live 80 years, but you're not able to move. Screw it, I don't even want to live, you know? That should be most important. And it's almost shown in nature. You're born into this world, the first thing you do is take a breath. The last thing you do is take a breath. What could you say is more important than breathing? Mastering fully the art of breathing, understanding it at the deepest level, paying attention to it at all times, over your career, over your sleep, over everything in your life. The breath. The secret is in the breath. And after the breath, you have the mind. They're very connected. Mastering the mind, filling it with good thoughts, good energy, seeing how it behaves, analyzing it, and mastering it. That takes so much time, but it's worth it. This is a thing that controls every aspect of your entire life, and the heartbeat and the lungs as well. I just started doing breath holds, apnea training, lowering your heart rate, training the body to use less oxygen, training the body to have a stronger heart, stronger lungs. These things are a tool for the rest of your life. Training your body on movement, on breathing correctly, and having a solid respiratory system. Top priority. We are really unbalanced. We need to change almost everything in our life. God damn it, I wore this stupid ass thing the whole time. That was pretty good. So here is your life in time.